May you find happiness and peace, and may your home stand the test of time.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mary. Today I'll be reacting to another video from Candae Owens. Today's video is titled Candae Owens Destroy Whoopi Off the View and Leave Her in Sanity. So without further ado, let's get started.
Do any of you men have any eggs or the possibility of carrying a fetus? How dare you talk about what a fetus wants? You have no idea. Now, I'm fine if you disagree with abortion. I have no problem with that. My problem comes when you tell me what I need to do with my doctor and my family. How dare you?
Candae Owens absolutely tears apart the hosts of All the View, including Joy Behar and Whoopi Goldberg. She doesn't hold back in exposing their flawed arguments. Be sure to like today's video, leave a comment below, and subscribe to our channel.
Welcome back. For today's Counterpoint segment, I wanted to discuss the recent Supreme Court abortion case. Honestly, this isn't even about whether you're pro-choice or pro-life. I just do not like bad arguments. And the arguments that are coming from the left right now are absolutely bonkers. So let's start with absolutely bonkers, Joy Behar.
It's a very interesting schism that goes on here because on the one hand, sex sells everywhere. I mean, you can't see an aspirin commercial without somebody having sex. Mm-hmm. You cannot turn on any program, especially on streaming, where people are having, there's soft porn everywhere now. Right. They encourage all of that. It sells everything. Sex sells. Yeah. And yet when it comes to the reality of pregnancy, this particular group of people on the right in this country and these religious zealots do not understand the reality of what happens when you have sex.
I don't think she knows that it's not pronounced sex, but we'll pretend that there's an H somewhere in there. For counterpoint number one, I want to say, yes, Joy Behar, you are correct. Sex is everywhere. Our culture is sick. That isn't an argument, that's a diagnosis. We have an increasingly sick culture here in America. Religious zealots and or people on the right very much understand that reality. We understand that when a culture promulgates promiscuity, it leads to people engaging in unfulfilling, unprotected sex. Far from your assessment that we don't understand what happens when you have sex, we understand exactly what happens. Children are the consequence. Life is the consequence. It would seem to me that it's the atheist zealots, the ones who have normalized sex-laden aspirin commercials, that don't quite understand what happens when you have unprotected sex. And then, when they find out, they go, whoops, well, good thing I learned in health class that I can just get an abortion to deal with it. Did you know, Joy, that before federally funded sex ed programs in school, which sprang up in the 1970s, and before Roe v. Wade in 1973, teenage pregnancy rates in this country were declining over a period of 12 years. Maybe what we on the right understand is that there is such a thing as sexually transmitted insanity, the normalization of non-committal sex, which is pervasive in our culture and in our schools, and it serves no one, least of all the young women who wind up pregnant and are pressured to make a life-altering emotional decision that is packaged to them as the responsible thing to do. I believe that you and the ladies that sit beside you contribute daily to that toxic culture of lies.
Candace is just laying down the facts. Those of us on the right, especially the religious, understand that sex is overly prevalent in today's society. And yes, we fully grasp the consequences of sex.
That's true.
Creating a baby, which is actually a blessing. But remember this, Joy Behar, it's your side. The Democrats who act shocked when babies are conceived from unprotected sex and then suggest using abortion. Essentially killing a baby as health care or birth control. No thanks. We understand the consequences of sex, which is why we advocate waiting until you're married and ready for a baby, because that's the natural outcome of sex. The delusion isn't on our side. It's on yours.
Now let's hear from your co-host.
Do any of you men have any eggs or the possibility of carrying a fetus? How dare you talk about what a fetus wants? You have no idea.
Well, I'd love to see the same energy when it comes to biological men dressing up as women and claiming they can get pregnant because they're trans women. Something tells me Whoopi wouldn't be singing the same tune in that conversation, but we'll leave that aside for now.
Now, I'm fine if you disagree with abortion. I have no problem with that. My problem comes when you tell me what I need to do with my doctor and my family. How dare you? How dare you?
I want this lady to know that, well, I've watched a movie, I think Sister Act, and that was the first time I saw her, Whoopi. And now I'm a bit disappointed, you see, because it's like you telling a father that you don't have to educate your child simply because, or your female child simply because you are not a woman. To me, I feel it does not make sense, because that is why we have social media. You see, that's why we have internet. You go out there, you learn. Okay? No one was born with everything. You see, we learn everything we know. So if I want to educate my child, or I want to broaden my knowledge, I go out there, I learn. So as a man, I also have the right to speak when it comes to sex, when it comes to the baby in the womb, because a woman cannot just miraculously get pregnant without the semen from a man. You can either maybe get semen from the hospital, or maybe get a donor, or have sex and become pregnant. But a man needs to be involved. So for you to tell me that we don't have eggs, or we don't have this, we don't carry the baby, so we don't have a say in it, then why don't you make yourself pregnant? We have a role to play. That is why God gave us a part of what is needed to make a baby, and also gave a woman another part of what is needed to make a baby. So it shows that until we both come together, a baby cannot be formed. Or if we are using the science way, until the doctor add the semen to the egg, the baby cannot be formed. So a man is still important. So a man needs to have a say on that topic.
All right, counterpoint to you, Whoopi Goldberg. Number 2, did you guys know back at home, by the way, that in 2017, Whoopi Goldberg received a GLAAD Media Award for executively producing a show called Strut? It was a transgendered modeling show. She won the award for speaking up for trans rights and against those trying to roll them back. Oopsies! This is why I love intersectionality. Here we are in the middle of a vicious culture war where a bunch of men playing dress up and trying to convince people that they are women and can give birth, and they can chest feed. And here comes along Whoopi Goldberg, and she's so fired up about abortion that she accidentally tells the truth. Only women can give birth. Only women have a womb that is capable of carrying a child. They say, never get in the way of our enemies when they are making a mistake. They also say, even a broken clock is right twice a day. I say, thanks, Whoopi, for proving that even idiots are capable of understanding basic biology. And for the last counterpoint, which I believe is so important in terms of this abortion debate, we currently have a culture where men are routinely accused of not stepping up to the plate. In fact, just this week, it was announced that only 18% of households in America today feature a nuclear family unit, a married mother and a father raising children. Make no mistake, father absence is one of the biggest, if not the biggest epidemic that we face in this country today. But why are we expecting men to step up to the plate when we have women that are telling them that they don't have to? Why should men step up when the message that is ringing out loud and clear from mainstream culture and media is that beyond sex, men have no responsibility or say in the lives of their children? I mean, how on earth can someone logically explain how a baby is 100% the property of a woman as it grows inside of her, then the moment that the baby is born, it requires a 50-50 split? Can a man stand before a judge at a child support hearing and say, Your Honor, it was her body, and it was therefore her choice to have this child? The answer, of course, is no.
Ooh.
Obviously not. That would be stupid. If a man is colloquially referred to as a deadbeat dad for taking no part or responsibility in a child's life as he or she grows up, then the same must also be true for a woman who wants no part or responsibility in a child's life as it grows inside of her. My body, my choice is a pervasive deadbeat mom argument that accomplishes nothing but excusing too many men from stepping up to their most important role as fathers.
Candace made so many great points, especially with the term deadbeat moms. This highlights something I can't stand about the pro-choice stance. It's my body, my choice when it comes to abortion, as if the father has no say, even though it's 50 his DNA. Once the baby is born, suddenly the father is expected to be involved, or he's labeled a deadbeat. Women seem to want the father's involvement only when they decide to keep the baby. But if they don't, it's as if the baby is solely theirs, and they can make the decision to abort. The my body, my choice argument doesn't hold up because it's not the woman's body that dies. It's the baby's.
That's true.
Unfortunately, those who support abortion often lack logical reasoning, in my opinion. But thankfully, we have someone like Candae Owens to call out the flawed thinking and expose the nonsense on ether views. That's all for today. Hope you enjoyed the video and had a good laugh with me. See you next time. Bye.
Wow, guys, this is anyway, this is supposed to be annoying because of how this lady speak about abortion, because you are actually ending someone's life, even if you feel like the person is not currently here, but the baby is growing, and you did not make that baby alone. You made that baby with someone, and that person deserves to have the rights or a say in the welfare of the baby, the decision of the baby, and everything. So you don't keep me away or tell me that it's your body, you choose to do whatever you want, and when you decide to keep the baby, you expect me to be there for you. I feel when we talk about this abortion kind of thing, men should be the one pushing for this abortion. To me, I feel, yes, if you don't want to, let's say, have the baby, or you're scared, you just opt for abortion. But I feel it's like more men are advocating that this baby should be kept, and ladies are feeling like it's their body. Anyway, I'm not generalizing that all ladies are feeling like it's their body, but I feel like I expect ladies to speak out, talk more about saving lives, because the baby is in you. I expect them to talk about saving life the same way, everyone is talking about feminists, how to, like, being an independent woman. I expect ladies to speak about it, talk about them saving the life of these kids and doing everything, because I feel ladies are the most emotional set of people. So I expect to see more of them, not a group of ladies, promoting abortion. I don't know, maybe it's the part of the continent I came from, maybe that is affecting my thinking, but to me, I feel like I expect to see more of ladies preaching against abortion, trying to let the world know that yes, it's their body and they want to save life, not the other way around. But this is beautiful. It's like a lesson to everyone there, an eye-opening. I see that these ladies out here, they are older than Candace, but Candace is matured enough emotionally, matured enough psychologically, trying to tell these people that maturity is not always about age. It's about you training yourself, you being there. Sometimes you can be in your 50s, in your 60s, and you're still not there. So I just love how she breaks this down. She's telling them, okay, we are from the right, and we believe that what you're doing is not fair. The baby has life. If you choose to stop that life of the baby, it's not fair, because all the ladies that are sitting down here are all here simply because their parents or their mother allowed them to be here. Anyway, this is a beautiful one. I love this. It was really, really educating, and I want to see more videos like this. So let me know what you think in the comment section. If this is your first time visiting the channel, click on the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and remember this.